Welcome to the virtual tutor series on core mathematics for senior high schools. This is part 2 of the lesson on linear equations in one variable. In our previous lesson, we touched on a general overview of linear equations in one variable, including the definition of some key terms and concepts, as well as how the root or solution of a linear equation in one variable can be found. In this episode, we take a look at a type of equation in which the variable is on only one side of the equal sign. For a better understanding of this lesson, I recommend that you first watch the introductory part before watching this video. And as usual, take your book and pen as you follow along. To begin with, let's consider the equation 15 plus 2x is equal to 7. In this equation type, we already have the variable x on only one side of the equal sign. Therefore, to solve an equation of this type, we need to first group the number terms on the other side of the equal sign. Simplify by adding or subtracting like terms. Then, divide both sides by the coefficient of the variable. Using these steps, let's see how the solution or root of the equation 15 plus 2x is equal to 7 can be found. The variable term is 2x, and the number terms are 15 and 7. So for the first step, we will maintain 2x at the left-hand side and move 15 to join 7 at the right-hand side. We basically do this by subtracting 15 from both sides of the equal sign. So we have 15 plus 2x minus 15 is equal to 7 minus 15. The second step is to simplify by adding or subtracting the common terms. So on the left-hand side, we have negative 15 getting rid of 15, leaving 2x. And on the right-hand side, we have 7 minus 15 to be negative 8. The third step is to divide both sides by the coefficient of the variable. The coefficient of x is 2. Therefore, we divide both sides by 2. So we have 2x divided by 2 is equal to negative 8 divided by 2. On the left-hand side, 2 cancels out 2. And on the right-hand side, 2 into negative 8 is negative 4. Hence, x is equal to negative 4. The solution or root of the equation 15 plus 2x is equal to 7, therefore, is negative 4. However, you may sometimes be asked to find the truth set. If this is the case, then you only need to enclose the solution in curly brackets or braces. And here is how to do it. First, open the curly bracket. Then write the variable, in this case x, with column. Then bring the solution here, which is x is equal to -4. After that, you close the bracket. This is read as the set that contains the element x, such that x is -4. In other words, the set that contains the element x, for which the equality x is equal to -4 is true. Now let's consider the following examples. Find the truth set of the following equations. Here is the solution. Example 1 is x minus 4 is equal to 0. Let's maintain x at the left-hand side and move 4 to join 0 at the right-hand side. We can do this by adding 4 to both sides. So on the left-hand side, we have x minus 4 plus 4. And on the right-hand side, we have 0 plus 4. -4 gets rid of 4. So we have x on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we have 0 plus 4 to be 4. Therefore, the truth set is the set that contains the element x, such that x is 4. Example 2. 15 minus 2h is equal to 6. Again, let's maintain the variable term at the left-hand side and group the number terms at the right-hand side. We do this by subtracting 15 from both sides of the equation. So on the left-hand side, we have 15 minus 2h minus 15. And on the right-hand side, we have 6 minus 15. -15 cancels out 15. So we have -2h on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we have 6 minus 15 to be -9. Now, let's divide both sides by the coefficient of h. The coefficient of h is -2. So on the left-hand side, we have -2h divided by -2. And on the right-hand side, we have -9 divided by -2. -2 and -2 cancels out. So we have h on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, We have -9 divided by -2 to be 4.5. Therefore, the truth set is the set containing the elements H for which the equality 4.5 is true. Example 3. -1 is equal to 2 minus m. To make the solving easier, let's bring -m to the left-hand side and move -1 to the right-hand side. In this case, we will add m and 1 to both sides of the equal sign. Therefore, -m on the right-hand side becomes m on the left-hand side, and -1 on the left-hand side becomes 1 on the right-hand side. So we have the right-hand side to be 2 plus 1. We can now simplify by adding the like terms. 2 plus 1 is 3. So we have m to be equal to 3. Therefore, the truth set is the set containing the elements m such that m is equal to 3. Good job! Shall we try 2 more examples? The first question is, if x plus 5 is equal to -7, find the value of x over 6. And here is the solution. To be able to find the value of x over 6, we need to first determine the solution of the equation x plus 5 is equal to -7. The first step is to maintain the variable x at the left-hand side and move the number 5 to the right-hand side. We do this by subtracting 5 from both sides. So we have x to be equal to -7 minus 5. The second step is to simplify by adding or subtracting like terms. -7 minus 5 is -12. So we have x is equal to -12. Now, let's put -12 in place of x to determine the value of x over 6. Therefore, we have x over 6 to be equal to -12 over 6. -12 divided by 6 is -2. Hence, the value of x over 6 is -2. Here is our last example. Without using calculator, find Q if 3Q plus 13 square is equal to 16 square. Let's solve it together. We have 3q plus 13 square is equal to 16 square. As usual, we maintain the variable terms at the left-hand side and group the number terms at the right-hand side by subtracting 13 square from both sides. This gives 3q is equal to 16 square minus 13 square. Now, the expression on the right-hand side is a difference of two squares, which can be factorized by expressing the product of the difference between 16 and 13 and the sum of 16 and 13. So we have 3q is equal to into bracket 16 minus 13 times into bracket 16 plus 13. You may want to watch our previous video lesson on factorization of algebraic expressions to learn more about how to factorize expressions involving difference of two squares. Here is our 3q. 16 minus 13 is 3, and 16 plus 13 is 29. We can now detach q from 3 by dividing both sides by 3. This produces q is equal to 3 times 29 all over 3. Three cancels out 3. Therefore, q is equal to 29. Well done. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. In our next lesson, we will cover another type of linear equations where the variable is on both sides of the equal sign. If you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up and share for others also to benefit. You may also consider subscribing to the TVTL's YouTube channel in order to be notified anytime a new video is uploaded. Thank you for watching and see you in our next video lessons.